Morning. Thank you for joining me. Um, yeah, so as you can see, I've got a trade already going on. Using my day trading strategy that I placed yesterday in the evening, and in a second I'll go through obviously the technical analysis behind why I placed this trade. Um, because at the end of the day, this is a day trading. However, most of my day trading do have like this. There's a whole background to understanding why I place some of the trades I placed, and you guys are gonna get to see, you know, the reason behind this trade, and there's a lot of reason. I think that's why I said in my stream yesterday that technical analysis, like, is if you know the foundation of technical analysis, every other strategy that you know can be based around that technical analysis. And so even my day trading strategy, it's built on the foundation of technical analysis, which is understanding structure. And I'm going to be explaining that in a second. um, yeah, so if you guys are just anyone that's just joining now, as you currently see, I do have a trade going on. Like I said, in a minute I'm going to explain to you guys the reason behind this trade, so you can see that when it comes to trading, actual trading, guys, the work that goes in before actually placing a trade is the most important thing, because placing a trade, it only takes the click of a button. I can click a button and close this trade, but the work that goes into making this trade, I'm actually trying to because when I placed this video last night, I didn't stream it, but I did record it. So I'm gonna, at some point, if this trade gets to the profit target, at some point you're going to be seeing a video on YouTube explaining all the details that goes into placing this trade. I mean, it's probably going to be like a 20-minute video. I wanted people out there to see that, trading is about, analysis is the most important thing. And I'm going to talk a lot about that in terms of why it's very important as a trader, because this analysis part of the trading is something that you can only I don't know if you guys have ever heard people say that, you know, you've actually got there's two different parts of your brain that you use in dealing with everyday lives. You know, you've got the intuitive part, the part that just kind of is on autopilot, and it just kind of does things, you know, without really thinking. And you've got the deliberative part, which is the part where it thinks about before it does anything. There's a lot of deep thinking involved, and that's the part that you really need to be using when it comes to trading, because the analysis is very, you can never underestimate the importance of analysis. And we're gonna go through that in a second. Okay, I'll check this out later. And yeah, we do have also potential trades that I'll be taking today based on the runner strategy again. And yeah, so let's look at some of the the New Zealand dollar could pound New Zealand dollar could give me a potential long trade. Just a few pips away from there, about 15 pips away from there, and I'll be having a long trade. So let me just and what else? Pound yen looks like it's on its way to giving me a trade as well. Yeah, not too long away from a trade. So I'm just waiting to see if more people are gonna join the live stream, and then I'll go over this this gold trade, because I really want more people to see it. I mean, whatever happens, there's still gonna be I won't be uploading a video on the whole trade anyway on YouTube at some point. But yeah, everything that you've seen from me in this live stream over the last 3 weeks in terms of how I analyze the market, you're gonna see everything that's combined into one to make this trade. Yeah, okay. So the pound yen and the pound New Zealand dollar is going to give us a long trade very soon. I've just placed some of the pending orders on the other accounts that I'm managing, that I'm trading. So what about pound Oz? Just so it's all the pound pairs that are looking like they're going to give me a trade today, just because I think we had the inflation numbers that came out this morning, and that's what's giving this market some volatility. So I'm gonna go ahead and place those pending orders on these the three currency pairs that I told you about. So first of all, with the pound New Zealand dollar. Wait. Pound New Zealand dollar is already. So I've got a long trade on the pound New Zealand dollar. I think the market has already got to my entry point on the runner strategy. So now, if you guys have watched my stream over the last 3 weeks, you will know how I trade the runner strategy. Now I've gone in with another position, but I don't expect the market to just go over in a straight line. Sometimes we might get a retracement, and if we get a considerable retracement, I will be adding on to my position, because this market will trend upwards for the rest of the day, up until at least the New York session. Pound Aussie, we're still not there. Yeah, GBP yen. GBP yen, we're still about 10 pips away from our entry. So around 60-70, I'm gonna have a long trade on the GBP yen. Now for the pound Aussie, I'm gonna have a long trade at around 85.60. So I've got two different orders and currently in two different trades. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to share this. I want a few people to at least come into the room and then I'll talk about the gold trade. But let me try and share this on the stream and see if we can get some people to tune in. Okay, so you can see the pound yen has been activated as well. So we're in the pound yen, in the pound New Zealand, and also the gold trade. So let's watch and see how this market is going to progress. Let me share this on the so yeah, just trying to post some of shares this stream, guys. Also, if you know if you don't mind sharing, because I want a few more people to get to come into the stream, and we're gonna go over this gold trade. This is something that you're gonna learn a lot from in terms of technical analysis. So yeah, I'm just sharing this on my Facebook and Twitter and see if we can get some people to come in. Yeah, so if you're just joining me now, we've got currently got three trades that we're in. Obviously, I do have another pending order on the pound Aussie, which is not too far away from the entry. So the pound New Zealand dollar also seems to be like all the pound pairs I'm trading today, obviously, because we've just had some inflation numbers coming this morning, and that's what's giving us some volatility. And if you heard me over the last couple days when I had no trade, and I've been telling you guys, if there's no volatility, you're not going to see any trade. But now all of a sudden we got 3 trades, potentially going to be 4 trades, so it's probably going to be an active morning. But the one thing I want to talk about is this trade on gold. And guys, I'm going to go through the analysis behind this trade, so that you can see that every single trade that I take is not just about coming onto the chart on the screen and just placing a trade. Like, the work has been done. There's a lot of analysis that goes behind placing a trade. And I'm actually making a video on the whole trade that I placed on this gold, just to kind of walk you guys through the analysis and the whole thing that a technical trader looks for before actually placing a trade, because placing a trade is the easiest thing. Like, trust me, it's the easiest thing to do. So I will be explaining that technical analysis for you guys soon. And in the meantime, if you do have any questions or any chart you want me to go over to analyze, you can put it in the live chat sections, guys. And thank you so much for joining me. I will be streaming here for at least the next couple hours, up until around 10 o'clock. And it looks like today I might be streaming the US session as well, because it looks like it's going to be a busy day in trading. Okay, guys. If you guys are just joining now, I've currently got three trades that I'm in right now, and obviously this is the most important one, the one that I'm gonna talk to you guys about. Simply because it's the one that I mean, all the trades I take, even though you guys are coming here on my live stream, you see me take some trades, just place trades with the click of a button. It's not just about placing a trade. Like I said, there's deep analysis that goes behind every single trade that I place. And the one thing I want you guys is not to come here and mistake, trading for something that's an easy thing to do. Because there's a lot of people out there, especially on TikTok, all the social network, TikTok, Instagram, and all of that they have a way of kind of selling dreams to people. Where, I mean, was it yesterday? I was watching a video on TikTok, a video that lasted only about 15 seconds, and there's this guy, and he made like 1,000, what, 1,500 or something like that in like 15 seconds. And in that video, there was nothing like an analysis behind the trade. There was nothing like the position sizes that he was using. There was nothing like the account size that to tell you exactly what the risk he took on that trade. There was basically nothing. And the video went viral. Of course, it went viral. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people just tend to kind of see, because they think like, that's just a quick rich, getting rich in a quick way kind of thing, if you understand what I'm trying to say. And unfortunately, that's what gets people's attention. They see that, they think that's what trading is about, not knowing that there's a lot of work that goes in behind placing any single trade, and we're gonna cover that soon. But just to kind of show you guys the trades that I'm currently in. Pound New Zealand dollar, we just the order just got triggered. Still waiting for the pound Aussie. These are all based on a runner strategy, but then again, there's all analysis behind all this trade. But the one I'm gonna focus on today is the gold. Yeah. Could you please explain why you took the GBP New Zealand trade? Okay, 1 second. Okay, so what was the question again? Could you please explain why you took the pound New Zealand dollar trade? So the pound New Zealand dollar trade, let's go back to the, I'm gonna use a, I'm gonna use this one to explain that. So pound New Zealand dollar trade. First of all, let's get rid of all these noises. Get rid of that box. First reason, I'm going to give you 3 different reasons why I took that trade. First reason, bullish market. I think that one is kind of self-explanatory to see the reason why I took that. So going over to the 1 hour chart and look at this market movement in terms of structure. You're always going to hear me say that. Structure, structure, structure. That's the most important thing. Now I'm not going to go all the way far back. I'm just going to focus on this movement here, and impulse leg, now this is very important because this is what a lot of people don't understand. So we've got a pullback here, right? So if you're following this market, you have a bullish structure, a bullish market. So what happened to the next move? This is a move that comes back down to break the structure. This is a sign of communication that the market is about to go down. However, this is also a 1 to 3 as part of a trend. This is all part of my contraction and expansion courses. This is a 1 to 3 as part of a trend. If you understand 1 to 3 as part of a trend, whenever this market breaks, because this is the first sign of communication that the market gives, the market breaks this area. So the next thing the market usually does in a 1 to 3 as part of a trend, the market usually goes back, retests the highs before it starts coming down. Now the first reason we had the market, looking at the market, we saw that the market was bullish on a higher time frame. You drop it down to your trading time frame, you see that you got another strategy which is 1 to 3 as part of a trend. The market has broken this structure level. The retracement is going to take it all the way to the previous high. The market will break the previous high. So now dropping it down to my daily time frame. My daily time frame is all about momentum and volume, and we had the momentum. We've got this volatility that the market is rallying. So it's not just, like I said, it's not just looking at the market on my trading time frame, placing a trade. No, you know, a lot has gone into. You have to understand structure. You have to understand a lot of things. Now this market is destined to start going down soon, and this is what a lot of retail people that probably one day understand structure, they look at this break and they can say, oh, the market is changing direction. A lot of people will short this market here. But I always tell my traders, this is the first sign of communication. When the market breaks a structure, wait. Because that waiting time will give you time to analyze the market better. So that brings me on to a question. Now we're going to go and analyze the gold trade. And guys, this is very, very important. I mean, at some point you're going to see I will upload a video, you know, on the whole background why I took that gold trade. But for now, let's go deeper there, because this is quite similar as well. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a plain gold chart to analyze. So I'm gonna start on the 4-hour time frame, and I'm gonna get rid of these shaded sections, and we're gonna look at this gold. Yeah. So you got a market here that's I took a short trade on gold, but you've got a market here that's trending, that is completely bullish. I think I did an analysis on gold, and I told you that gold is destined for, you know, for breaking new highs. When I looked at this market last week, I think someone during the live stream this week, someone asked me to do an analysis on gold. I think it was on Monday, and I did some analysis, and I tell you exactly, gold is going higher. But just because the gold is going higher doesn't mean that you're never gonna get a trading opportunity to short the market, you know. And this is what day trading is about. Day trading, you can take a trade in any direction if you get that trade. It doesn't matter what the overlying trend on a higher time frame says. Sometimes, of course, it helps if you're in the direction of a trend, but it doesn't mean that is the be all or end all of why you take a trade. So let's look at this market. Let's analyze this market, right? And I'm gonna just start from there. What do we have here? We have a bullish structure, right? And if you understand the rule of a bullish structure, the market must not go beyond this structure here. And this guy, you're gonna understand the reason why the market never does anything without, you know, knowing it. The market knows everything. And here you're gonna probably hear, you must have come across a lot of people that tell you something about, you know, for a market to break a structure, it has to close, the candle has to close above that structure. And I'm gonna put everything, you know, that those people are saying and make it seem useless to you guys. So first of all, I look at this structure here. We have a bullish structure, right? A bullish structure that the market came back down to break. Now if you analyze this and you look at this closely, you're gonna see that the market did actually go below. I don't know if you guys can see it. If you can't, maybe just, if you can't see it on my screen, look at it on your screen. You're gonna see that we had a wick of the candle that went below this price. And this is very important because a couple days ago when I was streaming, so I'm explaining this because it's a lot easier to explain because I've already got a lot of things on my chart here on the gold trade. As you can see, 1,700 profit. I've got a lot of things, but I want to explain the reason behind placing a trade, taking a trade like this. I show you guys there's so much analysis goes into placing a trade, and that's what you need to put a lot of emphasis on. So looking back at the trade, looking back at the chart, first of all, we're looking at this as a bullish structure. But also, if I put this on a 1 hour time frame, you're going to see that this is actually a channel contraction. And I've been saying so many times when I've been doing my videos, guys, if you guys have been watching my last stream over the last 3 weeks, you're gonna hear me, or you must have seen me at some point when I made a comparison between a structure like this. That pay attention to these guys, please, because this is gonna explain a lot. This is gonna explain a lot because every single thing about this trade revolves around understanding this structure. And I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, so many times I've said a structure like this, you focus on this part of the structure. The market breaking this structure changes the whole outlook. If this comes back to the previous structure and breaks it, it changes the way this is going to behave as opposed to this. When the market doesn't break and comes back to this structure, this you can expect this. This you can expect this. Now please guys, have this image in your head, whichever way. When I'm looking at this in a bullish, but it can easily happen in a bearish form as well. But have this in your head, because the next point I'm gonna make regarding this structure is everything about this trade that I took on gold is about understanding this structure, technical analysis, contraction, expansion. So let's go back to the chart. Yeah, we have a contraction here. We have the market rallying, breaking the most important part here, right? We have a market coming all the way down and breaking this previous structure. Again, I'm gonna zoom in and I show you guys. You can see it doesn't matter. It can only be a small break. It doesn't have to be like a candle closing. Just the price needs to just go below this price. And once it does that, the whole outlook of this, instead of looking at this as a bullish market, where this is an outside return that will end up going up, you look at this as a potential pullback by the market. So again, looking at this structure, we're getting this, aren't we? This is exactly what we're getting in the market. Breaks the previous structure, comes back, a little retracement, and the market will go down. So that's the first thing that I thought of when I analyzed this market. The first thing I said in my head, okay, we're looking for a shorting opportunity. I'm looking for a shorting opportunity on this market. Yeah. So now you drop it down to the 1 hour time frame, and then you analyze the market a bit further. So you can see the contraction is a lot clearer here. We see the contraction is a lot clearer here. So now if I'm looking for a shorting opportunity on this market, I'm going to focus on the immediate structure that the market has put in here. And if I look at this market, I can see an impulse leg to the downside, a 1, 2, 3 contraction, and another impulse leg to the downside. That impulse leg that broke the previous structure. So the market has put in a bearish structure here with a 1, 2, 3 contraction in the middle. So bearish structure, 1, 2, 3 contraction. I think yesterday when I did my my New York session stream, I pointed out this trade. I'm actually going to go on the 50-minute time frame because this is going to be a lot easier to look at and explain. So I pointed out this trade, and I said we have an impulse leg, we have a 1, 2, 3 contraction, we have a market giving us the signal or the sign, the communication that hey, I'm about to go down. So every time you see a 1, 2, 3 contraction, you draw a box. A box followed by a line through the middle. A box followed by a line through the middle, because this is your sign of communication here. And you wait for the market to retrace to the middle line, and that's where you're going to be taking your trade. Right? So I saw that, waited for the market to come back to the middle line. But then also, why don't we focus on what happened after we got the 1, 2, 3 contraction? And you're gonna see even more cases, building more cases. I'm not done yet, guys. There's still a lot that I'm gonna show you now. So focus on this impulse leg, followed by a channel contraction. A channel contraction that broke out of the channel. This is the channel here. Channel contraction that broke out of the channel. Again, refer back to the diagrams I just drew you guys. We have a structure here. We have a break out of the channel. A break out of the channel that doesn't go beyond the previous structure. Let's see how this market behave. Go back on a 4-hour chart and look at our diagram, right? So we have something like this, but if I was to draw this in the opposite direction, we're gonna have an impulse leg down, a channel contraction, a break out of the channel, a move back to the top, and this happens. So this is this and this, they're completely the same. It's just the opposite. I hope that's clear enough for you guys. This and this, they're exactly the same, just the opposite. We have a break out of the channel that doesn't break the structure. A break out of the channel that doesn't break the previous structure. This market goes back and then it comes down. So now let's go back to our chart. So we have that. A break out of the channel, the market goes back to retest the previous structure. And this is where I took my trade yesterday. I mean, I actually took my trade somewhere here. Let's just look at the trade again to make sure that's correct. Yeah, that's where I took my trade, on that candle. So I took my trade, my short, right there. So now let's analyze this a bit further, because I'm not done yet, guys. I'm telling you, this analysis that goes in behind play is a lot of hard work. It's a lot of hard work. So the market comes back down, breaks out to the channel, comes out to the previous structure, took a short position. But also the fact that, let's go back to what I said earlier regarding the fact that we had an impulse leg down here, 1 2 3 contraction, another impulse leg that gave us a bearish structure. Bearish structure meaning we have our now outside return, which is going to be our new starting point. This is our new outside return. And if you know the rule of a bearish structure, which I've explained so many times, the outside return has to stay between the 382 Fibonacci retracement and above the starting point, but in this case below the starting point or below the previous outside return. So a bullish structure, I know there was going to be a reversal somewhere, and that's the reason why I took that short trade. Yeah. So let me give you one more reason, and you're going to see how it is. It's hard work building a case for entry, and that's the most important thing. So the last reason is simply based on an advanced pattern. An advanced pattern that I look at this move down, this move, this move, this move. This something forms something like an advanced pattern, right? So let's bring in our Fibonacci. Swing high to swing low. 618. So we know we're looking for a godly pattern. A godly pattern. Where did that godly pattern completed? Around the 127 Fibonacci extension. Right on the dot. So godly pattern. Yeah. So if you're just joining, guys, just rewatch the last 5 minutes that explain all the reasons behind why I took this gold trade. And obviously the final reason is going to be on the fact that it's a day trading and that is an extended runner. So if you know, it's never about just coming and just seeing me just placing trades. It's never about that, guys. Like I've already made a video and I'm still making a video. Hopefully once this market gets to the profit target, I'll be able to edit all the videos and upload it on YouTube. So there is a lot that goes into understanding, and you can see some of the things I put on the chart. You know, the bearish structure, starting point, initial structure, or outside return, where the market needs to stay. But it's not just that. You can never go onto a trading platform or your trading account and just place a trade based on, you know, what you think is going to happen, or based on what you just see at first glance, or based on what you might have seen from another trader who you know, who maybe posted something on TradingView and you saw, oh, this is a good trading opportunity. Always try to understand the reason behind why a trade is placed, because if someone knows what they're doing, a technical trader who understands technical analysis, you know, this is the process they go through every single time before a trade is placed. So it's not simply about just focusing on the noun. It's not simply about just focusing on this structure. It's about focusing on this structure, focusing on what goes on behind, looking at the picture on a bigger time frame. You know, and making a good case for entry. Now this is a little bit similar to the pound New Zealand dollar trade, but the only difference between this and the pound New Zealand dollar trade that I placed, I mean, I'm trading in opposite directions, right? The pound New Zealand dollar, I'm long, even though we had a situation where the market has broken the previous structure. But now we're getting the retracement that I want to. How deep is this retracement? Yeah, I mean, this retracement is not. It's gonna. The market is gonna go up. It's not gonna stay there. So in case of the pound New Zealand dollar that I looked at on a, let's go on a 1 hour time frame. So you see this break of structure here that happened. The structure here, the only difference between this and the gold trade is that on the gold trade, we had a channel contraction here. We didn't get a channel contraction here. This is just a retracement and the market breaking the retracement. That's why this makes it a 1 to 3 as part of a trend. And then usually 1 to 3 as part of a trend, this is how they behave. Once they break a structure, they don't give you that retracement that you get, that we're getting on the gold, where it's a minor retracement and then the market continues down. They tend to go all the way back to the previous structure. Just like I'll always refer to that trade on Bitcoin that I predicted a few years ago on a higher time frame. That is based on 1 to 3 years part of a trend, and I'm going to show you how that market behaves. So let's head over to where's that trade? Where's the trade I'm looking for? There's this one here. So this is the trade I'm looking for. 1 to 3 years part of a trend, right? I'm just going to show you the bigger picture. 1, 2, 3. Break of structure, comes back to the previous structure, and then we go. This is how 1 to 3 years part of a trend behave, and this is what I'm expecting the GBP New Zealand dollar to do. But on a, so I'm expect that's why I'm long on the GBPs, because this is the complete opposite. But just to show you guys how trades, how these patterns behave. So let's go back to the so yeah, I hope you guys find the explanation useful, because that would really mean the world to me, for you guys to just understand what trading is. As this is gonna help you from falling into so many traps, because there are people out there that just get there to get your money, out there to just get your money without giving you any proper information. But they're very good at selling themselves, and there's nothing you can do about that. So but yeah, so now let's talk about trading. If you guys have any questions, anything that you want me to explain further, then do put it on the group chat. It's not even 9:30 yet, so we're still an hour away from the UK opening. Yeah, so if you guys are just morning Wale, I was expecting you to tune in, but yeah, I think you just missed something that I just explained. So definitely, if you haven't watched how I just explained this gold trade, I mean, I'm currently in 3 different trades, and there's a potential to be taking 4 different trades. 2 of them I placed this morning on the live stream, and this one I placed yesterday, and I just explained the reasoning, tried to tell you guys that when you see someone placing a trade, someone who knows what they're doing, a technical trader, there's a lot of reasoning behind placing a trade. Yeah, please do watch it, especially the first. I mean, I've been streaming for how long now? An hour, so probably like from 40, half an hour maybe into the video. Just watch it from the half an hour mark, because you're gonna see and I'm also preparing a video on just this trade alone, to kind of explain to people why there's a lot of analysis that goes into picking a trade before you actually place a trade. There's so many analysis that goes into it, So even though you come here, you see me trading my day trading strategy, um, the day trading strategy is still, built on a solid kind of structure foundation when it comes to trading, understanding structural analysis. And every single trade that I place, there's always like analysis that goes in behind. It's not just about looking at the market on a particular day. You have to look at, of course, you have to focus on the immediate trade structure, because that's where you're going to see a trading opportunity. But once you focus on the immediate structure, you have to focus on what went on behind that structure. And then you have to look at the market on a higher time frame, and then just consider the structures, consider all the contractions, all the retracement, because every single retracement tells you a story. Just like here, we've got two different retracement back to back. We've got a 1 2 3 retracement, we've got a channel contraction, and the way that channel contraction behaves. I mean, with this one, I've painted so many pictures in terms of like making a diagram every single day for you guys to see how what the difference is between a channel contraction and different types of channel contraction. So just like when I was explaining this trade today, I drew what I've always drawn. I think every single time I'm on a live stream, I always draw that channel contraction and show you guys the difference, why even the channel contraction, they do look the same, but how they behave once they break out of that channel, sometimes it can be very different. Just like we're seeing here. I mean, this is a trade. I took this short trade here because we had a channel contraction. The market broke out of the channel contraction, but the market never went below the previous structure here. And that is very, very crucial, because if the market had gone below this structure, then to the market, it would have formed a new structure low. And that would have been a proper bearish market. But the fact that the market didn't do that, but this break is important. Breaking out of the channel is important. The market breaks out of the channel, it will go back to the previous structure, and then it will go back down to break this structure down here. So, as I was saying, there's a lot that goes into it. So and you guys have watched me this week when I'm streaming. Monday, Tuesday, there wasn't any trade because the market was, like I said, a lot of my day trading strategy relies on volatility and volume. And the last couple of days, there was nothing. The market was completely dead. That's why, came here. I was streaming, but I wasn't taking any trades. And then all of a sudden, this morning, I've got 3 trades and potentially going to be 4 trades that I'm going to be trading. So, so we've got the New Zealand dollar trade, which I've taken a trade based on a runner strategy. I've already opened up a short position, as you can see. Currently, I'm in and around break even because this is all spreads, and the pound yen is currently on profit as well, but it's still in and around break even. I mean, that's just the price you pay for the spreads and all of that. So that's another runner strategy, and we've got an order on the pound Aussie, which is going to be another runner strategy if the market can get there. So 4 different trades that we're currently in, and 3 different trades, sorry, and there potentially is going to be 4 trades if the pound Aussie get there. And so with this runner strategy, you've already seen me how I take. I mean, I've just explained also to someone who asked a question that why I took the New Zealand dollar trade, and I just explained to him, like, even though it might look like just me coming in and just placing a trade, we looked at the New Zealand on a higher time frame, and I told you guys, give you guys so many different reasons, 3 different reasons why I took that trade. So it's not just about placing a trade. Some people might come in here, they might watch me just clicking a button, placing a trade. No, there's always analysis that goes behind any trade I place. So we look at this runner strategy, and we know how this is going to behave. For those of you guys who have watched my last stream over the last 3 weeks, you know exactly how this market is going to behave. Now, we already got the retracement. I don't know if the retracement is finished or not, but this market will trend upward for the whole day, at least up until the New York opening. When it gets to the New York opening, we're gonna see where the market is at in terms of the pip range for that day, in terms of the structure that the market is approaching on a higher time frame, because we have a structure here which is not too far off from where the market is currently, about 40-50 pips. But I expect the market to break that structure. because normally with trades like this, with 1 to 3 as part of a trend, because the foundation of this trend is based on a contraction and expansion strategy, which is 1 to 3 as part of a trend, and 1 to 3 as part of a trend. Once we get that break, the market usually goes beyond the previous structure before it comes back down. I just showed you an example, you know. So I expect this market to break the previous structure. So going on a daily time frame, that's why I expect this market to trend higher, at least maybe 70-80 pips from this point onwards. I mean, if I get 70-80 pips before New York opening, then I will be exiting my trade. But this is gonna head higher, just like we've got on the pound yen as well. We are heading higher. Do I expect a pullback at some point? Possibly. There's possibly gonna be a pullback of about 50-60 pips before the market continues. If that happens before New York, I'm gonna be adding to my position. Again, this is all how I trade my day trading strategy. But now we just wait for the market to see, and there's nothing we can do. Just wait. And pound Aussie dollar, again, got a buy order right there. So if the market gets there, that's going to give us another trade as well. So this is it, guys. I mean, I don't know if you have any questions, anything you want me to go over, but this is what you're gonna see from me every single day you come into my live stream. This is what you're gonna see: trading and following rules and technical analysis, and show you how hard it is. And sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it's you know to make profit in trading is not easy, guys. It's really not easy. I think the runner strategy is probably the only day trading strategy that I'm in and out within a day, and I take my profit within a day. Some of these strategies, they do last more than a day. So yeah, so in terms of like profit taking on the gold, I mean, looking at this structure, the fact that we're looking at this as a bearish structure, as a bearish market, and we've got a bearish structure here, technically speaking, if this market comes back down and breaks this previous structure, then the whole, according to the market, then the move is complete. Now, we're not saying that the market, this cannot go even further down. We've seen situations where this can extend all the way to the 127 Fibonacci extension, but it doesn't always do that. Because of the market, once it breaks that structure, that's it. Because you have to remember as well that on a higher time frame, when I did my analysis earlier this week, gold is gonna go higher. But at this moment in time, this move is likely gonna complete. The market is likely gonna come down and break this structure if the market is to follow its own rules of a bearish market, of a bearish structure. Because this outside return looks like it's already come to the point where the market is gonna turn. So let's just see if we have enough momentum. We'll probably do. It looks like we do have enough momentum. I mean, today we've already done about 20 pips on gold, which is a lot for gold, in terms of momentum. Ooh. Let's double check. Let's check on what the other trades are doing. Okay, pound Aussie is approaching the entry point, about 10 pips away. This one's still plugging along. Pound yen, it's still. I think I did an analysis on pound yen as well earlier during the week, and yeah. And today is Wednesday, and Wednesday is usually the day you get the most in terms of average pip range for that. The pound yen, do we have a potential advance pattern on this one? For those of you who have a trade advance pattern, yeah, we do have a potential Gartley pattern forming on the pound yen, a Gartley pattern that will complete at around the 127 Fibonacci extension, which is going to be somewhere. That's a very deep Gartley pattern, and so about 120 pips before we complete the Gartley pattern. That is interesting. Oh, it looks like we're getting the pullback that I want. So let's see how low this pullback is gonna go. 140 pips, a pullback of 50-60 pips is likely, but it's not a must. The market could keep rallying. Pound Aussie, pound New Zealand. Yeah, so we just have to wait, and that's what trading is about. Sometimes you have to wait, even when you're in a trade or when you're not in a trade. There's a lot of waiting. Hello, History with Hadi. Welcome to the live stream. Is this your first time joining? Hadi, is it your first time joining the live stream? Okay, looks like his root Hadi has gone. Um, Welcome to the live stream, guys. If you do have any questions, put it on the live chat. And currently have 3 trades that I'm in, and this is the one so far that has moved. The one on the gold. Also got a couple other trades on the pound pairs. I mean, we had inflation numbers this morning. That's why we're getting some kind of volatility on the pound. So it looks like gold has finished that mini correction that it's doing, and it's heading down. So the only person that it's in my live stream today, tell me about your trading experience. How long have you been trading for? I think you're the one that you commented on my post, on my video yesterday, saying that I should always stream in the UK session. So tell me, how long have you been trading for? Ooh. Yeah, I know you. You're probably the only my loyal subscriber. Half a year. Okay, so you're pretty new to trading, and that's good. That's good. I just hope you're not gonna fall into that the trap of believing, because there's a lot of bullshit out there when it comes to trading. People will try to sell your dreams, really. And yeah, it's good that you're still learning. Just make sure you learn properly. Make sure you learn properly, because a lot of people out there, they're gonna try and sell you dreams, just like I said. And it's like, I think I said this earlier when I watched some video on TikTok yesterday about this apparently trader who made like over £1,000, or maybe even around £2,000 in like 15 seconds. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not that you can't make that kind of money in 15 seconds in trading. You can probably do when there's like a news event and the market moves like in a crazy way, or if you have a very very huge capital and then you place a big position. So like that made me blow my account a couple times. That made me, yeah, blow my account. Yeah, of course, of course. I mean, that's normal. Don't feel bad about that. It's a learning process. Blowing your account is part of learning how to trade. Um, but yeah, just be careful though, because like I said, people out there are just going to try to get your money without teaching you properly how to trade. And yeah, just make sure you just learn structure. Structure is the most important foundation you can have in trading. if you understand structure, because some other people's video and think, oh yeah, I mean that's what always happens. You watch people's video, and people only show the good things. They only show you the good things. You're never gonna see a trader who's gonna show you his losing trades. They don't do that. And obviously, when I started streaming this on YouTube for the past 3 weeks now, I think every single day you've seen all my trades. I mean, the very first trade that I took on the live stream, it was a losing trade, and but yeah, people will just try to sell you dreams. That's what they do. So you have to be very, very careful to find a way to avoid them, because yeah, at the end of the day, trading is an amazing thing to do. If you can learn properly how to trade, it's an amazing thing, and it's a lot easier right now to make to you know to like to have a career in trading, because we have so many of these prop firms out there that won't give you the money to trade if you can trade. Obviously, some of them you have to go through some challenges. Others, you just have to prove that you can trade. So really, the most important thing for any trader out there is just learning. Just make sure you learn how to trade, because once you've done that and trade properly, I mean, not all of these things that you see. Learn how to trade properly. There's always money out there for you to trade. There's always these companies that I mentioned that give you capital to trade, and but yeah, you gotta be careful, because there's so many people. I mean, it's strategies. Strategies. There's so many strategies out there, but the most important thing you can teach yourself is to understand, the foundation structure. Because once you understand structure, because like I said, every strategy out there is built on the structure of understanding structure. So my strategy is no different. Like if you see my strategy, even the day trade, everything is built upon understanding the structure of the forex market. Because once you understand the structure, then it makes it a lot easier. So yeah, and always, if you need any help, just you can just drop me an email over on my website. I'll be willing to help you out if you have any questions that you want me to help you out with. This, yeah. And I will be streaming every day on YouTube. Just that maybe you're not gonna see me take trades every day. Like the last 2 days, there wasn't any trade. This one was taken yesterday. There's only a couple trades that I took this morning, which let's see how the trades are doing. Yeah, so the market hasn't really. The pound Aussie is very close to the entry point. Less than 5 pips away from the entry point. So I will have three trades. Let's watch this. Let's wait for the market to get to the entry point. And you're welcome, man. And what's your name, by the way? Because I can't read your name in enough. I don't even understand what writing is that. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. What's your name? Because it's good to know you by name. And also, guys, you follow me on I know you do follow me on Instagram, and I also have TikTok, so I'm posting content on there every single day, educational contents and tips and all of that. I'm trying to be more active on these social media, trying to get more people to come and see what real trading is like, instead of all the things that you see over there. Yeah, Korean language. Yeah, it's of course it's hard to understand, because I couldn't. Yeah. So your name is Jennifer. Okay. Okay. So yeah, because I like to be calling my subscribers by name, the ones that are regulars, like you, Jennifer, and also Wale. Um, who I spoke to yesterday, is actually from Leeds, which is not too far from London where I live. So yeah, so as I said, just guys, just be careful when you're learning how to trade. Just be really really careful who you. The good thing is there's so many materials available on the internet, so many videos that you can watch and learn. Oh, you saw? Okay, yeah, yeah. So he's actually from Leeds too, and so. But you don't live in the UK, do you? Or do you live in South Korea? You live in Korea. I know. I mean, I'm a huge football fan, and I know about you know Hyun Min Son, who is a very 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 good player. I mean, he plays for Tottenham. That's not a club I support, so I don't know. Oh, you live in London as well. Amazing. So yeah. So, but I don't suppose you're a football fan, or that you're from the same country as Hyun Min Son. Probably not, but yeah. So amazing. It's good to see that you guys are. So yeah, this gold trade we could get there today. I mean, if we do get there by New York opening, then I will stream at New York opening to show you the close of this trade. But really, if this market gets to the previous structure, I will be exiting that trade. And the reason I use this place this stop loss, obviously, because when I recorded a video yesterday to show the analysis behind before placing this trade, which at some point, if the market gets to the profit level, at some point I will try and edit all those videos and upload it on YouTube. And just for the purpose of illustration, I use the stop loss, because normally I don't trade with stop losses. And that's why you always join the London session. Makes sense. Makes sense. To be honest, even the guy yesterday, Wale, I mean, he works in the morning as well, but he only has maybe around 15-20 minutes to watch my London session before he goes to work. So yeah, and surprisingly, there's more people tend to join during the US session. And yesterday I had about, was it yesterday or the day before? I had about 10 people in the US session, which is a lot considering I've only just started streaming the last 3 weeks, and I haven't made any content on YouTube in over a year. So a lot of people have just forgotten that I exist. But hopefully this is gonna start getting people back, and so people can because I do I do hope people are learning from what I show them. And obviously once you learn something, just put it into practice, and you know experience is very important. When you go through different experience and trade, you kind of understand what works and what doesn't work. That's what I mean. Sometimes strategy hop, when you hop from a draft from different strategies, then you are gonna you know you try something, it doesn't work, you move on to the next thing. Sometimes it's a good thing, um, because a lot of times in trading, like the different strategies, really you need to find something that kind of suits your personalities, something that works for you. And for some people it might be advanced pattern, because I know there's so many people that are crazy about advanced patterns, and they like trading advanced pattern. I mean, I used to love trading advanced pattern, but to me it just didn't fit my the way I want to trade. I mean, I still use advanced patterns sometimes, especially sometimes maybe as a confirmation, or as just an extra reason to enter into a trade. Like this trade also, like I just explained to you earlier, that there was an advanced pattern involved in it. So some people might have taken this short trade based on an advanced pattern, which is absolutely fine. And yeah, there's so many strategies out there. There's Elliott wave analysis, and yeah. But yeah, but the other generic strategies like the double tops, double bottom, head and shoulders, those are things that you can just use as a confirmation for entry, or just as an extra case when you're building a case for entry. But I wouldn't really advise anyone to solely trade resistance and support, or double tops, double bottom. You know, don't don't trade those strategies. You know. But you should know. You should know about them. Know about the spread. Know about the patterns, and just try and use this whenever you know you're looking for an extra confirmation, or trying to build a case for entry. So we're an hour before the end of the stream, and the official UK market's opening in about half an hour. So let's see. We're probably gonna get some extra volatility on this trade. So for the pound yen, I mean, we've kind of lacked a little bit of volatility now. The market is just kind of consolidating there. The pound New Zealand dollar looks like it's heading up, and the pound Aussie is still about 5 pips away from my entry. So, hello Aliyami, you're back again. Remember you from yesterday. I remember you from yesterday. And for those of you guys that are just joining, I want you guys at some point to rewatch this live stream, probably from the half an hour mark, because around probably from the half an hour mark, I made a very, very good lesson in terms of like why I took this trade, and gave you guys so many technical, and you're gonna see the reason why. When a trader takes a trade, when a trader knows what they're doing, there's so much analysis that goes into making a trade, so much analysis. And please, I would advise you guys to rewatch this live stream from the half an hour mark. I don't exactly know at what point I started explaining this trade that I took yesterday, and I explained so much that you're gonna see why it's important, guys, to understand technical analysis. But other than that, we have a lot of today is a busy day because we've got 2 trades already that I've opened a few like an hour ago. If you joined me earlier, you would have seen me taking these trades. I mean, I opened it with a pending order, and I've still got one more that's about 4 pips away from the entry. So I could potentially have 4 trades I'm taking today. How was things? Things are good. Things are good. The last 2 days dead. There wasn't any trade the last 2 days, but then, and obviously today we could potentially have 4 trades. And I think we are gonna have 4 trades because this order is gonna be executed now. So yeah, things are good, and it's this is the importance of patience as well. Like, so there you go. The order on the pound Aussie has been executed. This is the importance of patience as well, guys, because like being patient is gonna help you as a trader. Because once you have a strategy that once you learn a particular strategy, every strategy that you're gonna trade, every strategy that you learn, that strategy needs to have clear rules. Like, you need to have your own clear rules that you can follow. Like right now in front of me, I've got there's a 2-page of rules that I have on my day trading strategy, and every single thing the market does, every move the market makes, every based on that day trading strategy, I know exactly what I need to do on that trade. And guys, if you don't have rules that can tell you exactly when you need to trade, or when you are in a trade, how you can manage that trade, then you shouldn't be trading. Because the last couple of days, I was an example of that, where you guys have tuned in and you haven't seen me taking any trade. I mean, I think someone even asked me a question yesterday, any trade today? Trading is not like that. It's not like every single day you come in the market, you take a trade. I mean, most often than not, if you're doing day trading, most often than not, you're gonna find trades every day. But that's gonna depend on your strategy as well. And just like I explained to you guys yesterday, my strategy is based on volume and volatility. And the last 2 days, the market was completely dead. There wasn't any volume. I mean, we're seeing the average pip range over the last 2 days was around 50 to 60 pips. I need the market to be doing over 100 pips, especially with the currency pairs that I trade, because they're volatile currency pairs. Pound yen, pound Aussie, pound New Zealand, euro Aussie, euro yen, euro New Zealand, dollar yen. Those are currency pairs that are quite volatile. So if the market doesn't move on a particular day, I can't trade. And I can't force myself to do, because I've been trading this strategy for so long that I know what's gonna happen when I don't follow my rules, and I know what's gonna happen when I follow my rules. Like, it's amazing when I follow my rules. All the amazing results that you've been seeing so far, those of you that have been with me for the last 3 weeks since I've been streaming, and we've taken 8 trades this year, this month alone. Only 1 loss, 7 winners, 1 loss. Because that's what happens when I follow my rules. You know, so why would I want to mess that up? Even if the market goes a whole week where there's no volatility, no volume, that is rare. But if that happens, I'm not, my hand is not gonna move, because I've seen enough results. I've taken enough trades on this strategy to know what's gonna happen when I follow my rules. So all I have to do is just sit and wait. Sit and wait for the market. So pound yen, yeah, let's see if we're probably gonna get the market moving. Like I said, this is gonna just trend all the way until New York opening. And once New York opens, then or before New York opens, I will probably be exiting this trade. And gold is very close to my profit target, which is around 1981. So we're probably gonna get there before the end of this stream. Yeah, we are gonna get there before the end of this stream. And this is an example of one of the trades that, you know, as I'm telling you guys about on TikTok, when I saw someone made like 2,000 in like 15 seconds. And I was saying, like, there's so many people will watch that and be like, wow, I want to do that. Not knowing that, you know, there's so many things that you need to consider, like for someone to make that kind of money in 15 seconds. First of all, the strategy they're trading, probably scalping. Secondly, they must have a huge capital, because the position size they're going to use to make that kind of money within that short time frame, it must be a lot. Thirdly, there was no analysis behind the trade. It was just, there was nothing. You couldn't even see what time frame he was using. You couldn't even see anything about that trade, and it just went viral for no reason. When people don't realize that, you know, it takes time. For example, I placed this trade yesterday at 4 p.m. UK time. So how long has it been since I placed that trade? 12 plus 3, 4, 5, 17 hours. 17 hours since I placed that trade. And I'm gonna have a 20-minute video on YouTube where I explained all the process of this trade, because I've been recording it at different intervals, and I really hope that when that video comes out, you guys are gonna try and share it and please get people to see how, you know, or the reason behind actually, you know, every trade, the technical analysis, the hard work that goes into, you know, understanding and planning a trade. Because this is one trade I took that virtually had no drawdown, because since I placed that trade, you can see where I placed the trade. Place that trade right on the spot where the market reversed. Now it doesn't always happen like that, because I said the market usually has a zone, especially if you're looking at this current structure as a bullish, as a bearish structure. The market usually has a zone, where a reversal zone, where it tends to reverse, and that's usually below the outside return, and you know, between once it touches the 382 Fibonacci retracement. And the market loves structure. I think we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to that structure level. It might take a while. It might take half an hour. It might take 20 minutes, but we are gonna get there. It might take 5 minutes. You never know. And let's have a look at the other. Nothing really happening. Yeah, break even, break even. Two of them break even. The pound is just a slight profit, and but and this is an extended runner strategy in terms of my day trading. And once we break this structure, probably towards the end of the week, I will expect the market to come back. If you know how my extended runner strategy, that's how it works. No matter what the market does, it will always go back towards the opening price. But I love trading on Wednesday, because sometimes, especially on Wednesdays, because it has the highest average pip range for any day really. And if you get the market, if you're on the right direction on a Wednesday, usually you tend to make more money on a Wednesday. Okay, we're getting a retracement in the pound yen. How deep this is gonna come is gonna depend on, like I said, between 40 to 50 pips, 50 to 60 pips. I don't think we're gonna get that low, but if the market does get that low before New York session, I will be adding to my position. Pound yen looks like it's going. Pound Aussie, and then gold. Still around four pips away from my take profit. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a take profit level to this trade, and it's gonna be obviously at the previous structure, which is the new structure low, and just let the market get there. So I'm just gonna drag this all the way down to the take profit level, which is gonna be a profit of around £2,800, £2,770. Oh, then maybe just a little lower, because I expect the market to break that structure. So we're gonna go just a tiny bit lower, because remember, any part of the candle that goes below the previous structure, then the market that's market has completed the structure. So we're gonna go, that's where I'm gonna place a take profit level, and at this point in time I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even. So I virtually have no loss on this trade. Like I said, the reason why I'm doing this is because um, I want people to see how you can actually, everything that goes into, placing a trade. So from the analysis to the trade placement and to the trade management. And yeah, so let's see if the market is going to get there. Just about 7 minutes from the UK opening, so it doesn't look like we're gonna this is gonna get there in the next 7 minutes. So I'm gonna switch over to the other trades, the other pound trades. Maybe UK opening is gonna give us some volatility for the market to keep going up. Okay, so it's 9:30 UK time. The UK market is officially open, so we'll see how these markets are gonna react for the last half an hour of my streaming session. The pound Aussie is about to virtually on break even on most of the trades except the pound yen and the gold yen and the gold. Sorry, so yeah, so I'll be streaming before the US session, before the New York session. Because if the market does go up an extra 50-60 pips, I will be closing these positions. So yeah, UK session is showing a little bit of volatility because we are currently on, for the first time, profit on all our trades, with probably the exception on the pound New Zealand dollar. So and I will be ending the stream soon, guys. I'll definitely stream the US session today, because that's what it's looking like it's gonna happen. Okay, guys, I think I didn't really get the volatility I was expecting once the UK market officially opened. So there's gonna be a US session stream. So I hope, Jennifer, you're gonna tune in to the US session. I'll probably start streaming around 1:30 UK time. You live in the UK, so hopefully you're gonna tune in. Because I think I'm gonna end this stream right now, and we're gonna and I'll resume during the US session because I need to go have breakfast. I am really hungry right now, and I know, even though I wanted to wait 20 minutes, but this is definitely gonna get to the profit target, and you're gonna see the full trade anyway on YouTube at some point. All right then.